Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
When it's time to build a home, remodel, or add on, Hamby Builders is this area's experienced construction company. From site selections to floors, doors, windows, trim, tile, bathrooms, and kitchen, the Hamby Builders team can make your home the home of your dreams. Hamby Builders is licensed and insured with over 20 years of experience in homes in Giles, Lawrence, Wayne, and Murray counties. Trust your home construction or light commercial project to the team with experience and integrity. Hamby Builders. Call 931-629-5264 or 931-629-9472 today.
Bring your outdoor dreams to life at Loretto Nursery and Landscaping. This one-stop shop can help you get your project done from start to finish. Go see for yourself. They have a wide variety of plants, from tropicals to ferns and trees, plus hanging baskets. What they have to offer goes beyond what looks good. They also supply concrete, mulch, compost, and drainage culverts. Don't forget about their on-lot buildings and chicken coops. You think that's all? You can also stop by to fill up your propane tank. Loretto Nursery and Landscaping has you covered. Stop by 409 South Military Street.
Nobody makes hauling more affordable than C&D Hauling. Serving southern Middle Tennessee and northern Alabama, they supply premium materials like asphalt, sand, gravel, and much more for whoever needs it, like contractors, builders, or homeowners. Call today for a free quote.
Welcome to Mid-South Barn Dominiums. We realize there's a lot of options when it comes to finding a builder for your next home. Here at Mid-South, we understand that customer service, quality, and selections are very important. It's a very large time, money, and an emotional investment, and we're here to listen and care. We realize the kitchen's the most used and abused room in the house. Our cabinets are locally custom made from Sanderson cabinets out of Lawrenceburg. They're real wood, poplar or maple, whether you paint or stain. All comes with slow close hardware and many pull-out different style options to choose from.
Gifts and goodies galore await you at Miss Millie's in downtown Lawrenceburg. From brands you know and love, like E. Newton Jewelry and Tyler Diva Wash, to unique specialty gifts, you will find it all here. Whether you're looking for the perfect gift for someone you love or shopping for yourself, shopping local is the way to go. We have home goods, women's fashion and accessories, baby items, and lots of seasonal decorations. Our friendly staff will welcome you in, help you find what you need, and even package your gifts for you. Also, we can't forget to tell you about our popular bridal registry. Future brides can come and create their perfect registry with us. So stop by Miss Millie's today. We're located in the northeast corner of the square in downtown Lawrenceburg.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
That's funny.
And welcome back here to X Sports today on a lovely Tuesday afternoon. AJ Good with Taylor Plott and Michael Marks. And, Tuesday. It's Wednesday.
About to say, did we go back a day?
Oh, I'm losing it. I'm absolutely
Hey, we didn't have a show on Monday, so yes, technically this is our Tuesday show.
We had our Monday morning quarterback on Tuesday. We've got trivia today. We've got some other stuff going on. But, it's week 3 of the NFL, week 4 of college football, week 5 of high school football. So we've got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff mentally. We're in the next 2 weeks from now. We'll be starting our high school volleyball tournaments. We got a middle school volleyball tournament this weekend. We've got a lot of stuff going down. We've all been, everyone in this room has been very busy as we're trying to mentally get through all of this.
Yeah, just a little bit, but hey, a lot going on. But it means there's a lot to talk about, and it's a lot of fun stuff. So not here to complain about that one bit.
Yeah, absolutely. So some quick news coming out in the NFL. The Jets are already ruling out Justin Fields in favor of Tyrod Taylor at quarterback. So
Is he still around?
Man, he's going to be a backup quarterback when he's in his 50s.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, it's going to be like a week 7 for the Bears, and here comes Tyrod Taylor. He's still a thing? That's an interesting pickup, because obviously, Justin Fields had an interesting start to 2025, had a pretty good week 1 against the Steelers, gets injured week 2, and now week 3 they're already on Tyrod Taylor. But it gives them a quarterback with a similar skill set to Justin Fields, so it's not like they're trying to completely go from a mobile quarterback to a still quarterback, or a passing quarterback to a mobile quarterback. So it keeps their play style the same, but they do have a stifly Bucs defense coming in there this weekend.
It's going to be a tough challenge, especially with that Bucs defense you mentioned. And yeah, definitely an interesting start. Obviously, it's not the one start that the Jets were thinking about with Justin Fields, but I mean, who knows? Tyrod Taylor might come out and be like, oh, well, he's back or something like that. But yeah, definitely not the best start that the Jets would want, but you got to roll with the punches.
Yeah, and I'm really confused with the instance when Fields got hurt. It was late in the game against the Bills on Sunday.
Because it looked like he had a concussion, and then he came back in.
And the fact that they had him in down 20 in the fourth quarter, at that point, you're just asking. I mean, that's kind of on that fringe when you want to start putting some other guys in, give them some snaps. And I just feel like it put them in a bad situation, because heading into the week, nobody was betting on the Jets to beat the Bills. Right. And it puts them in an even worse spot now in an even tougher division.
Well, I think people expect them to cover the spread as well as they played against Pittsburgh. But the defense didn't show up. I mean, they are playing Josh Allen and the Bills. And Josh Allen is, no matter who you put around him, he's going to make that team better. Yeah. To some college football news, guys, Dabo Sweetie got a little fired up at his press conference trying to defend the 1-2 start. Here's what he said, and I literally just mentally decided to do this. I'm going to try to do a Dabo impression. Hey, listen, Clemson's tired of winning. They can just send me on my way. But I'm going to go somewhere and coach. I ain't going to go to the beach. Hell, I'm 55. Got a long way to go. Y'all going to have to deal with me for a while. I would just say, if you don't believe in us because we've lost 2 games down in the last play and we're 1-2, you didn't believe in us anyway, so it don't matter. You weren't in all the way.
As someone that watched that video 10 minutes ago, that was about as that was about as spot on as that could have been. Well, I heard that yesterday on the way home. It was on some podcast or radio show I was listening to, and I thought it was an old clip. I thought that was something from 2 or 3 years ago when they had just started, but it was from this week, and it's kind of telling, honestly. I mean, he did ramble out a lot of stats there. And one of them being that they had won 8 of the last 10 ACC championships. The ACC hasn't really been competitive enough to throw them another team that could compete with them back when they were, national championship good year in and year out. And, I mean, Florida State and Miami might be the teams to do that this year. We'll see. But, I mean, he's got a point. He's only 55. I mean, does this put Dabo on the hot seat?
Yeah. I mean, you can't have some of the losses that they've had. And these are coming to unranked opponents. Like, granted, they lost to an unranked Pitt the year they won the national championship. That Pitt team did have a lot of future NFL guys.
It had Nathan Peterman before he threw 6 picks in the first half. It had James Conner. I mean,
Conner was a beast at Pitt at that point in time. I mean, they've had moments like this, but it's like these moments are getting more and more and more frequent.
They are. The thing that has kind of, I feel like it's almost, let me put it this way. I feel like there's 2 things that could be happening here. Right. One, I feel like Clemson's a really good team, but they've got some stuff they need to work on. Right. And I feel like that they're kind of somewhat in the same boat that Alabama kind of still is, where it's like you have some issues, you're trying to work on them. Right. I feel like Alabama's doing a better job at that than Clemson right now and some other teams. But the other aspect is, because you make a good point, they're happening. These games are happening when you would think like they shouldn't be happening.
Right.
Not a knock on Georgia Tech. I think Georgia Tech's really good. I think King's a great quarterback, and he makes that team a lot better.
Right.
But the other aspect that I have of this is look at the changing landscape of college football, where no longer do you have your typical powerhouses.
Yeah.
Everybody is in competition now a lot better. It's a lot more of an even playing field because of NIL, and there's some schools that some of these kids might flock to that usually a Clemson or Alabama or Georgia could pull them away from. And I feel like the playing field's a lot more even.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of not shocked that you're getting some of these teams that you feel like you should go in and beat them.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're looking, well, you just lost.
You've got you've got more 5 stars.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't take a lot of transfers. Also, at the same time, a lot of those guys don't transfer out.
No.
Yeah.
So you're keeping these guys.
Yep.
It's either you've lost a step in coaching, you haven't made the right adjustments, you're
Yeah.
holding your coordinators back. Because you got Tom Allen and Garrett Riley.
Yeah.
Those are two very-
Those two can
yeah.
go anywhere
Yes.
and be great because they've been other places and they've been great. It's
Yeah.
either you're having the James Franklin effect where you're holding them back,
Yeah.
or maybe you're just not developing these guys right, and other teams
yeah.
are doing more with less, and you're doing less with more.
And that's a good point. And I feel like maybe, and again, I'm not saying that the NIL is directly responsible for this, but you kind of see where it could have an after effect where, yes, you are getting all these 5 stars.
Yeah.
Do you maybe, are you like subconsciously or unaware that you're actually not developing them the way that you need to develop them?
Right.
And then you have this Georgia Tech team who is coming in here,
Yeah.
good quarterback, but they might have better developed players.
Yeah.
And then you see the effects of it. So I don't know. It could be a handful of things, but I mean, I remember we were talking about preseason how this Clemson team, there could be some hiccups in the schedule. I didn't expect that hiccup to be a Georgia Tech right away.
Yeah.
I felt like the LSU game could have been a loss, and it was, and now you're 1-1, and then you go Georgia Tech and say it was 2-1. Well, now you got 2 losses. You get one more, you're out of playoff conversation.
Right.
And then I think at that point you might have to start thinking, depending on how the rest of the season goes, you might have to start thinking maybe Dabo is not necessarily on the hot seat, but he's stepping close to the hot seat.
And those rants that he goes on, he didn't have a lot of them when they were
No.
dominating the ACC.
He was just happy-go-lucky Dabo.
And the CFP all the time. But these kind of rants are starting to happen more frequently.
Well,
Yeah.
and going back to what you were saying, I think that they were doomed to start from the preseason if they didn't win that week 1 game, because all we hear all offseason is, they got a bunch of guys coming back and they were real good last year. Well, they weren't really that great last year.
The second half of the season was pretty good.
I bet say
When you
they
look at who
they had a good late
Yeah.
resurgence against some subpar competition. Really, the only good team they played down the stretch was Louisville, and they got beaten that game. But you win the SEC or the ACC championship against SMU, gives you a free playoff spot.
Right.
And now you're like, okay, they got 8 guys on defense and 7 guys on offense, or whatever the numbers were coming back. Well, if they weren't good last season, and your coaching staff has obviously proved that they haven't developed talent recently, what makes you think they're going to be so great this year? I think that this Clemson team was doomed from the start.
And I completely agree with that. And and you're obviously seeing that. The thing that is interesting with me, because you mentioned that we didn't really have these Dabo rants.
Yeah.
And
He had a couple.
He had a couple of them.
They were more goofy than anything else.
right. And I don't know if this is just him being very irked because he's in this position. Because yes, what coach wouldn't be irked being in a position where you felt like you should be 3-0 at this point, or maybe just 2-1, and now you're looking at 1-2, and you lost the way you did. I can understand if you're irked like that, but it just seems like it's like a version of Dabo that is almost like maybe his pride's being hurt. Like he felt like he got this Clemson team to where it was an unofficial rivalry with Alabama. You could figure year in and year out it was going to be those two competing for the college football playoff championship. And maybe maybe he's just butthurt about it. That's kind of just the way that it kind of seems like it could be.
He rose the expectations around Clemson football, and now those expectations are kind of biting him in the backside because he's not rising to the level.
Right.
He's not the only coach going off in press conferences. Brian Kelly did, but he's talking about he got questioned. One of the first questions out of his press conference was the lack of points.
Yep.
They did not take advantage hardly at all. The 5 Florida turnovers. He didn't like the questions. Frankly, you have Nussmeier, who everyone thinks is a first-round pick, and you didn't score. You barely scored 20 against Clemson. You barely scored 20 against Florida.
Yeah.
You barely scored 20 against Louisiana Tech, who's a bottom-tier Conference USA team. Those questions, and I love how the reporter went back at him. Like, frankly, you guys can't run the ball. We did run the ball. Like, look at the numbers, bro. You didn't run the ball.
Yeah.
I will give Kelly credit that my big thing is, because I hate it, because we've seen coaches at every level. Saban's done it. Coach K has done it. Urban Meyer has done it. Well, they will scold a reporter, but they'll apologize in private and never say anything. I'll give Kelly all the credit in the world, because in my estimation, the apology should be as loud as the disrespect.
Yeah.
And I give Kelly all the credit in the world for owning it and apologizing to him, not only privately but publicly.
Yeah.
So that's a big thumbs up in my book. But man, I mean, he's 3-0 right now.
He's 3-0.
Feeling the
Well, I was about to say, his press conferences are feeling like what Dabo's should feel like, where he's having to defend himself. But and it's crazy because they're 3-0 now. Have they looked great? Because obviously now that Clemson win doesn't look as excellent. Right. You know, that performance against Louisiana Tech was less than spectacular. But I mean, you have a guy that was projected to be a first round quarterback who is, I think, 8th or 9th in the SEC in passing yards. You can't run the ball. Your leading running back has isn't even getting 5 yards a carry against, frankly, some subpar defenses, and they're just not moving the ball around on offense as well with all the talent they should have. But props to Blake Baker. That defense that they have is absolutely just.
That's what's keeping them in.
It's that.
They play two good opponents, and they got an FCS team. If they can score over 30 points,
they better score over 30 points.
I think that will make a lot of people feel good there. Other college football news, guys, we're having some shift in the Heisman odds right now. Carson Beck is the favorite at plus 700, followed right behind him is Oklahoma's John Mateer. Arch Manning, who was a preseason favorite, is falling way back there. So is Lenore Sellers, Cabe Klubnik, Garrick Nussmeier, who was one of also the preseason favorites. He's way back there at plus 1,300. Dante Moore from Oregon kind of moving up. So and some of the other ones, Jeremiah Love and Jeremiah Smith, who haven't gotten off to great starts at Notre Dame and Ohio State. So what do you guys think of Mateer and Beck being at the top of the Heisman list right now?
I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that those have been the best two quarterbacks in the country, and this is a very quarterback-centric award. But I'm waiting for a running back to pop out. And my name, Ahmad Hardy, the running back from Missouri, had 250 rushing yards on 22 carries through 2.5 quarters against, now, again, it was Louisiana. It wasn't like a crazy team. Good bit of history. If the year ends in 5, the Heisman Trophy winner has been a running back. 2015, Derrick Henry. 2005, Reggie Bush. 1995, Eddie George. 1985, Bo Jackson. And I believe 75 was Archie Griffin. So it goes all the way. Yeah, it goes all the way back. So I'm waiting for a running back to kind of prove history right.
We need that Ashton Genty to break out of nowhere. But, before you know it, time's going to run out. So someone needs to break out here in a big way. Well, coming up next, guys, we're going to play some football. Keep it or dump it. That will be when we return here on the X Sports Network, whenever I found a commercial.
Working with Gina was great because she really knows this area. I gave her the specifications of what I was looking for, and she took me right to my forever home.
I met Gina when she sold my son's home within 5 days after it hit the market. With my home, from the day the sign hit the yard to the day we signed the papers, Gina was there every step of the way. Her involvement in the sale of my home was the best decision that I made.
We never felt like Gina was pushing us to make a deal with a buyer. She knew what we wanted, and she worked diligently to get us the best offer for our properties.
Working hard for my clients to make their dreams come true. Let me work for you.
The storm doesn't ask. It takes. It tests. It pushes everything to its limit. Some things are built different. Some things are built to last. Tested by the elements, proven by time, engineered for whatever comes next. Summertown Metals. Strength in every storm. Building dreams that last.
Welcome to the newly remodeled Brass Lantern. For over 30 years, we've been serving delicious food to excellent people. Brass Lantern takes pride in authenticity, serving fresh, homemade food to please any member of the family. From mouth-watering to one-of-a-kind steaks served with gourmet marinade, to salad with our signature honey mustard dressing, specialty fruit tea, drafts, and much more. Our food is always prepared daily. Whether you come in with friends or family, you'll appreciate that fresh is better.
A&M Medical is Lawrence County's newest medical clinic, specializing in urgent and primary care. Practitioners Andrea Bain and Meredith Hutton bring years of experience and compassion to keep you and your family healthy. A&M Medical features a separate well waiting room to meet your needs. Visit today and ask about A&M's weight loss program and telemedicine services. That's A&M Medical, located at 2367 Highway 43 South in Leoma, Tennessee. Since 1955, Evers Construction has been the company folks have trusted for residential and commercial construction projects. Today, Evers is still the leader in building and is just as committed to maintaining. From residential to commercial and industrial, Evers' team of experts stands ready to install, service, and repair all your HVAC and plumbing needs. Specializing in leak repair, maintenance, air duct cleaning and repair, air handler service, drain cleaning, gas line work, emergency unit repair, inspections, and more. Evers Construction offers a preventative maintenance package to keep your home or business cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Trained, trusted, reliable. For more information or to schedule an appointment with the pros who know, phone 931-762-3593 or visit eversconstructionco.com. Evers Construction Company in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back here to X Sports Today. AJ Goodwin, Taylor Plott, and Michael Marks. Guys, it's time to play some Keep It or Dump It when it comes to college football. All right, guys, first one, keep it or dump it. If Tulane beats Ole Miss on Saturday, are they the group of 5 favorite to make it to the playoff?
They'll be, what is that? That will put them at 4-0 with 3 wins against Power 4 opponents. I think that's probably a pretty good indication. And they have a guy that's a proven Power 4 quarterback and a really good coach, John Summerall. So, I don't think it's unrealistic to say that Tulane would be the number 1 group of 5 team. And I'm not sure what the spread's at, but I wouldn't be too shocked if Tulane ended up winning that game.
I'm keeping them, and I don't know how much Tulane takes or has gotten back from last year, but last year's game against Ole Miss was really close and got into the fourth quarter, mid-fourth quarter, until Ole Miss kind of finally pulled away. Tulane had them, and if they have them again and they end up beating them, yes, I would tend to say that they are going to be the group of 5 favorite because now they're 4-0. I don't know if they're ranked right now, but they beat Ole Miss, they're going to be ranked.
Yeah. They're just on the outside, but if they beat Ole Miss, they will. Keep it or dump it. Saturday's game between Auburn and Oklahoma is more important for Oklahoma than what it is for Auburn.
Oh.
Yes, I agree with that. Auburn had some lofty expectations coming into the year, but with how hot Oklahoma's come out of the gate, if they drop this game, I believe that's their conference opener as well. If they drop that game, it's definitely going to put a much different look on the season.
Yeah. I'm gonna go two ways. First, I'm gonna say I'm keeping it that is Oklahoma. That means more to them than it does to Auburn. From a football kind of team standpoint, because Oklahoma, you feel like, has been under expectations for the past 2 to 3 years, that they've had really good teams but they just underperformed, and they feel like they're stepping it in that right direction. So yes, I feel like it means more for Oklahoma from a team standpoint. From a fan base standpoint, it means more for Auburn.
Yeah.
Because Oklahoma, going back on that, you feel like you've had these good teams and it's there, you're just waiting for the right moment and you'll be good. Auburn, you're trying to get your program back completely.
Yeah.
It has been an absolute dumpster fire down there for the past several years.
Yeah.
So I would split that. I would say the fan base aspect, it means more for Auburn, but overall, I think that's more for Oklahoma.
Yeah, and this was a game that Auburn lost at home in kind of heartbreaking fashion to a not very good Oklahoma team last year, so they definitely have a little get back on their minds.
Yeah, we also got to think of the Mateer aspect. He needs a big quality.
He does.
I mean, the Michigan win's good, but who knows what Michigan is right now.
Yeah.
So he needs that, but also Venables and Freeze were both on the hot seat. They're good now at 3-0, but I think Venables' seat is just slightly hotter because of who he is and what his teams haven't been up until this point. We'll see what happens on Saturday. Speaking of Michigan, guys, who needs this win more? Does Michigan need it or Nebraska need it on Saturday?
That's a tough one.
Nebraska 3-0. This is their first Big Ten game for each team.
Yeah, and this is the second game for the suspension for Sharon Moore, so Biff Poggi's still going to be on the sideline for Michigan. And, man, I mean, he said earlier, I believe it was before their game last week against Central Michigan, said it was like, coaching him, it was just like all-you-could-eat buffet. And then, Bryce Underwood went out and had a really good game passing the ball against Central Michigan. I don't know if it'll replicate against Nebraska. We know how Matt Rule's defenses are. They're always going to be stout. They're always going to stop the pass well. And I think that this is a game that benefits Nebraska. And with it being at Nebraska, I think this is a big game for them.
I think so, too. I think Nebraska, they need this more. And Michigan, you could obviously make a really good argument that they probably need it more. But Nebraska just ends up checking all the boxes because they need a game like this. Yes, it's Michigan. Yes, it's a Michigan that is not the same team that they were a year or two ago, but this is a statement win that they need.
Well, ever since 2014 or 2015, Nebraska has kind of been at that lower level of the Big Ten, and I feel like this is a win that could kind of propel them into that upper echelon and be like, hey, we're here to play, guys. And it could be a serious message sent to the Big Ten because, Matt Rule, he's got a quarterback. They're a good team. Nebraska is one to watch out for.
When Matt Rule has a good quarterback, watch out.
He's not a good pro coach,
but
it's a different situation.
Yeah. Different situation.
College-wise,
I'm saying neither was Nick Saban,
Keep it or dump it, guys. Billy Napier in Florida need to win in Miami to keep his job.
Yes.
I don't know if this is the one he needs to win, but the one in 2 weeks at home against Texas has gotten really big because obviously we've seen how Texas has looked.
This one is big though. You could start the ruin of Miami this season because it's at Miami.
I'm not sure if this is a game that would get Billy Napier fired. But I do think it's going to be a replay of what we saw last year. I think it's going to be Miami just kind of dominating from start to finish. But if because this was around the time where Florida started looking kind of down last year, and then by the week 5 or week 6, they kind of started to turn things around. If they don't have that turnaround against Texas or Texas A&M, they seriously may only win 2 games this year.
I'm going yes, but I'm going yes meaning that it starts the process of it, where I feel like
the money starts to gather.
Yeah,
the money starts to gather. Yes,
they start printing off the pink slip.
Because I'm with you. I really think that if he got to Texas or Texas A&M and it's just not working, I feel like at that point he's probably gone. But this is a must-win for him, in my opinion, because if he doesn't win this, then you're starting that process, and if he doesn't turn around by the time Texas and Texas A&M roll around, I think he's gone.
Well, and Scott Strickland, their athletic director, took a ton of heat last year when he came out in the middle of the season, or I believe it was actually pretty early in the season. It was
like week 4 or 5.
Yeah, and he said, and I think it was after Texas A&M, funny enough, and he goes, we're standing with Billy Napier. He's our coach. We're going to ride with it.
He got roasted for that.
Yeah, and I think this year might be a kind of retake that.
But you saw what happened though after he said that. They started
the team started playing better.
Started turning around, and who knows? This could be a thing where Florida is going to do the same thing again, where maybe they lose to Miami, but then Texas and Texas A&M roll around, and all of a sudden they're turning.
But what if they turn into what we expected them to be and roll Miami, and then
they could.
Everything that you expected about Miami starts to change. Everything with the Carson Beck situation starts to change. Keep it or dump it, guys. Illinois is a serious playoff and Big Ten title contender if they win at Indiana on Saturday.
Yeah, 100%. They already have been tested once this year. They went on the road to Duke and passed that test with flying colors, and then they get another test. Obviously, Indiana I think is a step up from Duke. But if they win that, they're going to be 6, 7, 8 in the country, and really, not much more on their schedule other than I think they got Penn State maybe and Ohio State. So we'll see what that schedule turns out for Illinois.
I agree. I think that they are at least a serious Big Ten championship contender. I do think that they would get into the playoffs. I feel like if they continue to do what they're doing, they're going to be a playoff lock. As for a playoff championship contender, I'm on the fence for. I don't know if they have what it takes to go up against a possible Georgia or a heck, let's say if Miami ended up running to the table in the ACC, that might be one that they might have some trouble with. But at least at minimum, I think that they're a lock, or at least somewhat of a lock for possibly getting into one of the Big Ten title.
Right. Going out west, one in the Big 12, one in the Pac-12. USC and Utah off to both 3-0 starts, both with their conference openers. Who needs a win more on Saturday? Utah hosting Texas Tech and USC hosting Michigan State. Both teams are 3-0.
I think it puts a bigger exclamation point on Utah. Obviously, they've had a couple of down years. We saw the end of the Cam Rising era. Obviously, didn't go well. But they got a new guy at quarterback. Devin Dampier is explosive. He makes a lot of elusive plays with his arm and his leg. He kind of had that coming out party against UCLA and has been playing really well ever since. And I think overall this could be a much bigger win for Utah than it would be for USC. USC didn't really have crazy expectations heading into the year. They've had a good start, but they're not ranked. Utah is in a spot to take a big jump in the rankings, especially with the win over a Texas Tech team that has looked really good this year.
I'm the same. Utah, USC. I agree. It's kind of one of those teams where if they go above expectations, all right, perfect. But I feel like Utah is one where they're almost. Let me put it this way: I feel like Utah and Iowa State have kind of been somewhat comparable in that they're right on that line from being able to cross it and become a very good and powerful team and playoff contender, to they're just on the outside looking in. And I feel like Utah, they need that more because they've had those really big expectations. They've had really good teams, but they've always just ended up falling short of that. I think it means more for them.
But, this is a big game for USC. A jump to 4-0 would for sure probably have them inside the top 20. And a Michigan team's got to travel 2 time zones west, so it's going to be a struggle for the Spartans.
Moving on, the NFL, guys, keep it or dump it. Daniel Jones is back.
Oh yeah, I am the captain of the Indiana Jones hype train. I've loved it ever since he's got to Indy.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. That's his new nickname he's riding with. So I'm with it too.
I love it.
And a very good chance to go 3-0 this week with a game on the road against the Titans.
I agree. Daniel Jones is one of those. I have been a fan of Daniel Jones because I feel like he's just that quarterback that is solid, but you just don't think that he's actually that good, but he is that good. And I feel like the situation that he had in New York was it was not working for him. The thing that you mentioned yesterday, where it's like sometimes just the change of scenery is all that you need.
It's could be the organization.
It could be
an organizational thing. It could be who's around you. It's like the old saying goes. I've heard Pat McAfee say it a lot of times. It's not exactly who you are as a player. It's where you are.
Exactly.
That makes a big difference. More NFL guys here. Keep it or dump it. It's time to give up on Caleb Williams in Chicago.
It's a tough look, obviously. 2 weeks, and really their only offense last week was when the Lions had let their fans come in and play defense. They're at the end of that one, so I mean, it was like 50. It was like a 30-point game.
That's
so
a good way of putting it.
Yeah, I mean, the Bears' defense hasn't given him much help, but it looks like he has not translated well to the Ben Johnson system that he's tried to put in Chicago.
Yeah. From the Chicago standpoint, kind of going back to Daniel Jones, I feel like he's one that he just needs to get out of Chicago.
Exactly.
And go to an organization that is going to be better than that. Because that's, we've always talked about Cleveland. Cleveland's where quarterbacks go to die. Chicago has also been where quarterbacks go to die.
I would say at least Cleveland's had a 3,000-yard passer before. The Bears.
And they've gone to the playoffs.
Right.
And won a game pretty recently.
Well, Trubisky took them there. If it wasn't for the double doink. They might have. That was the best season.
Auburn legend Cody Parkey.
Yep.
Who needs this more on Sunday night? Kansas City or the Giants with Brian Daboll on the hot seat? Who needs to win more on Sunday night?
That's a good
one. Well, in the grand scheme of things for the entire NFL, I think the Chiefs need to win it. If they go 0-3 coming off a Super Bowl loss, there's going to be some red flags going around in Kansas City. But from the Giants' scheme of things, I mean, they have the NFL's leading passer in Russell Wilson. Somehow their offense has looked really good, and it's funny that you have 2 0-2 teams playing on Sunday Night Football, but it's actually got a big game feel to it.
Yeah,
God, that's a tough one because I'm kind of with you on that. Where it's like, from an NFL standpoint, you would almost think that Kansas City needs this more because it's Kansas City. Mm-hmm. They've been the dominant force for the past 8 years or so,
give or take,
give or take 7-8 years, and here they are potentially going 0-3. But on the flip side, you really feel like the Giants, even though they're facing 0-2 Kansas City team, this is a big game for them, and they need that. I'm gonna go more with the Giants because I feel like they need this more, regardless of what the Kansas City team this is. They need to be able to hang their hat on a win, and still beat a good Kansas City team. But my goodness, you think about it. If Kansas City starts the season 0-3.
Yeah, and one of those losses is to the Giants.
It's to the Giants.
Think about Chargers are 2-0.
Yep.
Phillies 2-0, who just beat you in the Super Bowl.
Those are quality losses.
And you lose to an 0-2 team with a cooked Russell Wilson, which, by the way, Russell Wilson is not having a bad year.
No, not at all.
He's thrown for 618 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. And guess who's the leading rusher for the Chiefs right now?
Is it Mahomes?
It is. 13 carries for 123 yards and 2 touchdowns, and that's the leading receiver. Literally, the Giants and he's also the leading rusher between both of the teams. You look at the Giants' offensive numbers as compared to the Chiefs. I mean, it's crazy to say they're 0-2 and their offense. A lot of teams would take what the Giants are doing on offense right now.
Oh, exactly. And I feel like that's just this is a big one that the Giants need. I'm going to put this out there. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, if Kansas City, let's say they lose this, they go 0-3, and they just completely crap the bed for the rest of the season. Not saying they're going to go no loss or no wins, but let's say that they end up not making the playoffs this year, and there just ends up being a mediocre type NFL team. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say that Andy Reid retires at the end of the season.
And I think Travis Kelce will probably be following him out the door.
Yeah, and honestly, they probably deserve it.
Yeah.
And this season wouldn't be a stain on their careers because, frankly, Reid had worse ones in Philly than this one. And the final one, guys, this is really kind of out of left field. It's about my team. If Mac Jones stays undefeated as a starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers before Purdy comes back, should he stay the starting quarterback?
Did Purdy start week 1?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It looks like Jones is going to start week 2 at home against Arizona. And this looking like this isn't. I think George Kittle's actually going to come back before Purdy does.
Yeah.
So it's looking like a 4 to 5 week
What
experiment.
What was Purdy injured with? Was it his leg?
I think so. You think I would have this information before I asked.
I thought
the
he
question.
did so with his leg.
Toe injury.
Toe injury. Okay.
Man, quarterbacks and toe injuries.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw the 49ers offense take a step from week one against a very good Seahawks defense to a not as great Saints.
2 to 3 weeks is what they're looking at. So he's probably going to get 3 games. So if he keeps the 49ers undefeated doing this, do we have a quarterback battle?
Oh, very, very much so.
San
Because,
Francisco?
I mean, what did Brock Purdy show you last year when all of his talent around him was injured? He didn't show you much.
I love Juwan Jennings, but Juwan Jennings should not be
an NFL wide receiver.
Number one. Yeah. I mean, now, he had a great year, and he was clutch for us on Sunday, but he's not the number one. He's a great number. He could be a really good number 2, and he is an excellent number 3 because he blocks his rear end off, but he is not a number 1 receiver.
I think more will be known. They got a game in 2 weeks on Thursday against the Rams. I think that will be telling because
they're playing.
Because it's
everyone their division in the first 4 to 5 weeks.
Yeah, you got the Cardinals this Sunday. Cardinals another 2-0 team. I think if they can get this and make it through Jacksonville, that Rams game will be telling. If the offense is taking that step up and look really good with Mac Jones at quarterback, he might be your guy for the rest of the season. But if it starts to sputter, they're definitely going to give Purdy a valiant look back.
I agree that there'll probably end up being a quarterback battle, especially if not only does he lead the 49ers to be undefeated when Purdy comes back, but see the way that the offense clicks with him. If it really, really clicks and they're doing very well against these teams, I really think you're looking at a quarterback battle. The other thing, though, is Purdy comes back, he's your QB1. And he is going to take back over, but that doesn't end the quarterback battle. And, I mean, who knows? If Purdy ends up just coming back and being kind of, not saying mediocre, but not feeling like he's keeping the train running like it should, he might go back.
And remember how he lost the job in the first place. Trey Lance and Jimmy G go down. He takes over, and the way Kyle Shanahan is, he plays the hot hand.
Yeah, he does.
So if he's hurt, and Mac Jones is looking great.
And it's going to be
he might stick with them.
And it's going to be on Mac Jones protecting the ball. Brock Purdy in week 1 had a bit of a turnover problem. So I think if he can protect the ball and give the offense some shots, he might be your guy the rest of the year.
Shanahan does not care about how much.
No, he doesn't.
No,
because Jimmy G was making a lot of money, and he still went. And Jimmy G and Trey Lance.
Yeah, both of them were making a lot of money,
and he still went with Mr. Irrelevant.
Who ended up not being irrelevant.
He did take us to a Super Bowl, and hopefully more. We'll see what happens. Well, coming up next, guys, I'm going to throw a trivia question. We're talking stadiums.
Ooh.
When we return here on X Sports Today.
The Raptor Series from Hustler Turf. A premium line of residential mowers designed with a wide stance for operator comfort. A one-piece 11-gauge steel frame and welded steel deck for added durability. Finished off with premium Kawasaki V-twin power. We are Hustler Turf, and this is Hustler Country.
Mac Brown has been providing photographic services for 55 years. During that time, Mac Brown photographers have photographed children, seniors, weddings, schools, musicians, and commercial businesses. The studio takes great pride in producing quality photographs and services for its many clients. While the studio has adapted as times have changed, their goal of providing excellent photography has remained constant. For more information or to schedule an appointment, visit their website at macbrownphoto.com or give them a call at 931-762-4263. Let the professionals at Mac Brown Photography turn your memories into treasures.
Back to school equals back to big savings at Heritage Automotive in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Score 0% financing on select models and up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 1500 trucks. Over 150 used vehicles, all priced to move and below market value. Need service? Our expert team is ready, and we've got loaner vehicles to keep you moving while we work. Hurry into Heritage Automotive, where the deals are hot and the savings are huge.
Heritage Automotive. Expect more, experience the difference.
Arts, crafts, stationery, journals, books, educational toys, wrapping paper, devotionals, greeting cards, and much more can all be found at Paper and Thread in downtown Lawrenceburg. Shop local to find the perfect gift or have a custom gift basket made for just the right occasion. Paper and Thread has a party room now available for birthdays, classes, and so much more. We could go on and on about all the neat things you'll find at Paper and Thread, but you just need to hop in your car and head down there. 106 North Military Avenue in Lawrenceburg is where you'll find them and discover what makes Paper and Thread awesome. That's Paper and Thread in downtown Lawrenceburg, 106 North Military Avenue, just north of the...
For over 50 years, Southern Tennessee Regional Health System Lawrenceburg has been a cornerstone of care in Lawrence County. From cardiology to orthopedics, general surgery, primary care, and women's health, we offer compassionate expert care close to home. Our ER is now stronger than ever with more providers, chest pain accreditation, and our newest Joint Commission stroke accreditation because every second matters. Generations have trusted us for compassionate care and medical excellence. Faster, trusted, accredited. Emergency care with hometown heart.
Volco Auto Supply in Lawrenceburg has a legacy of being a family-owned and operated company. Since 1927, our business has grown and evolved into today's one-stop source for all your automotive supplies. But in that time, one thing has stayed the same, and that's our commitment to our customers and their needs. At Volco Auto Supply, you'll find everything for your car, truck, or even fleet of vehicles, but with good old-fashioned customer service the way it needs to be. That's Volco Auto Supply, 416 Buffalo Road in Lawrenceburg. Visit VolcoAuto.com. Want to take the next steps in taking care of your health? Tennessee Valley Allergy Services can make your goals a reality. Their team of doctors, nurses, and medical professionals are dedicated to providing allergy care and treatment, such as drops and shots, to fit your exact needs. Their expert services are for anyone ages 2 and older. Whether you struggle with environmental or food allergies, they've got you covered. Discover a better you at Tennessee Valley Allergy Services, located right next to the Zaxby's in Lawrenceburg. Book online or call 931-325-0757 to schedule your appointment today.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back here to X Sports Today. AJ Good with Taylor Plott and Michael Marks. Trivia Tuesday. We bumped it up to Wednesday because we had a kind of a rebound because we didn't have a show on Monday.
Hey, will we get it Wednesday?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yes.
That's the real question.
Okay. First one, college football, and we're talking stadiums.
Mm-hmm.
How many schools, and name them, play indoors?
Ooh. Just FBS?
Just FBS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Syracuse.
There you go.
Are we counting UNLV?
Yes.
Okay, because they count as Allegiant.
So okay, there's 3. You're missing one more.
Okay. We're not counting Miami, are we?
No.
Okay.
And technically, it's not indoors.
Who else has a dome?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Well, the only thing in my mind right now is the Kibbe Dome, but Idaho is FCS.
And just one more?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it Temple?
No, they play it.
Lincoln
Financial. Oh, that's right. They play with the Eagles.
Yeah.
Is this an NFL stadium that this team plays in?
No.
Okay.
I feel like.
To think about
Is it Northeast? I feel like it's not Northeast. Okay.
Is it somewhere where it's cold though? Typically, like harsh winters? No. Oh wow.
Now I'm feeling like it's maybe somewhere in the South.
You're
somewhat.
You're getting warm.
Yeah.
No pun intended, but you're getting warm.
Is it in Texas?
Yes.
Is it Texas State?
No, they play out.
They play
outdoors. Okay.
But you got the state right.
I'm going through
the schools in Texas.
Yeah. Well, I'm just because I know all right. Last question: is this a relatively small school, or is it like Conference USA, or is it Big 12?
It's Group of 5.
Group of 5.
Yeah.
In Texas.
Yeah.
Same Houston? No, they're FCS, aren't they?
No, they're FBS.
They're FBS.
But they play outdoors.
They play outdoors. Group of 5 in Texas. Oh, North Texas.
No, they play outdoors.
They play outdoors too.
They just hung like 70 on Washington State.
Yeah.
They're actually not bad.
Oh, it's UTEP.
No.
Or UTSA.
No,
It is
it's
UTSA.
I know it was one of the 4-letter ones because they do play inside.
UTEP plays at the Sun Bowl.
Yep.
The only other clue I was going to give you was a bowl game was played here.
The Alamo Bowl.
But they play at the Alamo Dome.
Yep, that's right.
65,000.
Roadrunners.
So how that question came about was it was kind of warm for other people. I thought it felt great at the game on Saturday, and my niece asked me, she goes, how many college football teams play indoors? And the only three I can think of are UNLV, UTSA, and Syracuse.
Yeah.
And then I did the research. Here you go. Hello, you're live.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna hang up.
No, where are you?
I'm on the way to my appointment.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Well, do you want to give your thoughts on Tennessee from Saturday, real quick?
No, I don't.
You still hurt?
Not done mourning loss.
You're not done. Okay. Do you still love Josh Heupel?
Of course.
How level of?
I love every one of them. I'm proud of them. They played an amazing game, and I'm just sad that it ended the way that it
Yeah.
did.
Well, it's funny.
I'm a ball for life.
I know.
I'm not a fair weather fan, don't you dare.
I was never going. No, we weren't going down there.
Yeah, here we go.
By the way, our trivia question was inspired by Mia, from what she asked me on Saturday.
I'll put you on hold. What did you say? I'm sorry.
What? How dare you?
Wow.
I didn't mean to. I hit a button on my steering wheel. What did you say?
I said one of our trivia questions was inspired by a question Mia asked me on Saturday about the
which was what?
Indoor college football stadiums.
Oh, yeah.
Which in FBS there's 3. Can you name them? Or can you even name one?
One of them is in Nevada.
Yes. UNLV. Good job.
Is UCLA?
No, they play at the Rose Bowl.
No. I questioned that as soon as I said it.
Yeah.
I don't know the other two, and the only reason I knew Nevada is because I heard you tell Mia that.
Yeah. There we go. Well, the 3 I guessed were the things that were right. Syracuse, UNLV, and UTSA.
Syracuse.
Yes.
Hey, AJ, can you pronounce Vincey's name for me?
Crap. Nidicus. Nidicus.
That's I give you like a 7.5 out of 10 on that.
Yeah, that's a decent one.
Thank you. Well, I used to originally call her that. Then I had someone else give me another pronunciation. Then I said that one, and someone else gave me another pronunciation. So I've just been calling her Vincey. But now that my wife is my official pronunciation guy when it comes to Lawrence County names, I think we're good. Okay, honey, have fun at your appointment. All right.
Thanks,
love you. Bye. All right. Always love it. So here are the other FCS. There's a bunch of FCS indoors.
Yeah.
Idaho State.
North Dakota State's one of them, I think.
North Dakota State, Idaho State, South Dakota at the Dakota Dome. North Dakota also plays at the Alamo Dome.
It's just crazy that Montana and Montana State play outside.
Northern Arizona.
Tougher breed.
Northern Iowa, the Kibbe Dome, and North Dakota State. So there are 9 Division I domes.
Wow.
But I think the biggest one is...
Is it still the Carrier
Alamo.
Dome?
No, the Alamo Dome holds 65. The Carrier Dome hosts...
They're like, what?
49. They're just airing. Yeah, I've been in there before. It's not relatively big. Okay, guys. There's 4 of these stadiums that have hosted a Super Bowl and a World Series.
Oh. Coliseum in Oakland. Oakland.
No.
Then the Coliseum and the Rose Bowl. Or no, wow. Is it the Coliseum in LA has hosted both? Okay.
Yes, they held Super Bowl I and Super Bowl VII in the 59 World Series between the Dodgers and the White Sox.
Oh. I guess that was before they got the Dodger Stadium built.
And bonus, the Coliseum is also the only stadium that has hosted Those two plus the Olympics.
They do have that.
What about Yankee Stadium?
No, never hosted a Super Bowl.
I was thinking if they did, it was like really, really early.
I will say one is still active. The other two left are demolished.
Did Houston ever host a World Series in the Astrodome or whatever they had?
No, they never held a Super Bowl either.
Okay.
Now Reliance Stadium
Yes.
hosted a couple Super Bowls, but they've never hosted a World Series.
Rangers.
No.
They're all nope.
Old Texas. No. Atlanta, Turner Field, or the old Atlanta State. No.
Now, speaking of Olympics, they did Olympics and a couple Super Bowls, but never the World Series.
Okay.
No, it wouldn't be that one. What about Miami?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Miami has hosted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
ton of
6,
Super Bowls.
7 Super Bowls and 2 World Series. Marlins, Cleveland, 97, 03, Marlins, and Yankees.
Yep.
All right, so
Marlins won both those World Series too.
All right, so remind me, bless you. Is this just a city or is it an actual stadium?
building.
The actual building.
Actual
Okay.
building.
Which one did it in Miami? Because they got a new one right now.
Yeah, it was the old ballpark they
The
had
old
down
one?
there.
Okay.
Well, it's listed here Joe Robbie Stadium. Others listed Hard Rock's the same thing.
Right.
They just renovated.
They renovated it.
yeah.
Okay.
It's the same building. It's just
Okay, I can picture it now. I remember them. Yeah.
when they put the cover on.
Yeah, it really changed
took
a
a
lot.
lot of the aesthetics out of it.
Okay.
So that's the active one. You've got 2 inactive.
Inactive stadiums.
Ooh, that's where it really tests you. I'll just throw some old ballparks out there. Shea Stadium, is that one of them?
No.
Or Schaub Park?
No.
That one. Okay.
RFK.
No, never hosted a World Series.
Did Polo Grounds
or a Super Bowl.
Did Polo Grounds ever host a World Series? No, that would that would have been
No, with World Series, yes. But
Okay.
remember,
Yeah.
you gotta add the Super Bowl to it.
And see, it's all, and it doesn't help to think of the good teams because they move the Super Bowl around. It's never a specific like team hosting it.
Did you say Oakland?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, never hosted a Super Bowl.
Oh, the old dome in Minnesota.
Yes.
Good. Yeah. Good one.
Metrodome.
Yeah, the Metrodome.
They
Yeah.
hosted the Super Bowl between the Redskins and the Bills, and they hosted 2 World Series: 87 Twins Cardinals and 91 Twins Braves. And also on top of that, it's the only one of the 4 here that have hosted Final Fours. They did.
Oh,
twice.
yeah.
So you got 1 left.
Uh,
Also, Miami's the only one of the bunch that have hosted a college football national championship.
so this is a Super Bowl and a World Series.
Yes.
Detroit.
No.
That's a good choice.
Did they ever host? No, they wouldn't have done that.
The stadium doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, because I was just about to say the Giants because I know them and they had hosted some Super Bowls, but not at their ballpark. What region of the United States?
West.
Oh gosh.
Like West Coast or just
West
Coast? Oh, San Francisco.
Was it San
Right state. Right state. Wrong.
Right state, Ron.
It's not Petco, is it? No, that one's still around.
Is it San Diego?
It is San Diego.
Oh, the one before
the
Petco.
one before
I can't think.
Petco, right?
Jack Murphy Stadium
Yeah.
in San Francisco. Excuse me,
San Diego. Yeah.
They hosted 3 Super Bowls, and they hosted the 84 and 98 World Series. Jack Murphy Stadium does not exist anymore, unfortunately, and Chargers moved from San Diego to Los Angeles because the politics, of course, gets in the way of everything. Sucks in San Diego. So
yeah,
that one is. There's a couple more. So there's some ones in my mind I need to. I wonder if there's any question. You know, I'm just gonna
Google it. Are you thinking Final Fours and national championships now?
Trying to think of a trivia question on the fly.
Yeah.
Okay, there are. Why did these ads pop up at the last second? I hate that. Okay. There are, let's make sure I get this right here. Okay. There are 5 venues that have hosted, even better. Okay. 5 venues that have hosted the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Finals at the same time.
Oh.
Did Miami do it recently? No,
because the Panthers weren't good enough. They're great now, but they weren't good enough at the time.
So NBA, you say playoff or NBA?
No, we're talking the finals.
The finals and
NBA
the Stanley
finals
Cup.
and the finals at the same
TD Garden did it a couple years ago for the Bruins and the Celtics.
Yeah, so they've lumped in the Boston Garden, the old and the new. They've actually done it 3 times.
Yeah. Wow. Didn't they do it like 2022 or something like No.
No.
The Bruins didn't make it to the Stanley Cup.
Well, I think the Celtics didn't make it. The Bruins did, but the Celtics did. So 57, 58, and 74.
Okay.
Denver. No?
No.
MSG.
Yes, they've done it. They've done it twice, 72 and 94.
That's where the Rangers play, right?
Right.
Okay.
Rangers and the Knicks. 2 of these buildings don't exist anymore.
Oh.
Think of you. If you think hockey cities, it will make sense.
Toronto?
No. The Maple Leafs. It has nothing to do with the Raptors. It has nothing to do with the Maple Leafs.
I was thinking Vancouver, but the Grizzlies were never that good in Vancouver.
But they don't have an NBA team.
They used to.
Or used to, okay.
There's nothing west of the Mississippi River.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That which will help you on the
so
hockey side.
I don't know if they were any good in the 90s, but Allstate Arena? Or the United Center, Chicago?
Right City, Chicago Stadium.
Oh, is it all? Oh, okay.
The old Chicago Stadium, because the Bulls beat Portland in the finals, and then the Blackhawks lost to the Pittsburgh Penguins in '92. So they had the NBA Finals and the And the funny thing was, this question popped up, and that wasn't even what I was searching.
Wow.
So, this is a good one. So you've got Boston, Chicago, and MSG.
Did the Flyers ever make the
Wells Fargo?
Well, the old Spectrum in 1980, were the 76ers and the Flyers. By the way, each of them, no. The 76ers lost.
That year.
Was when Magic had to fill in for Kareem, and they won. So, yes, the Flyers and the 76ers in 1980, and actually they both lost. The Flyers lost to the emerging dynasty that was the New York Islanders, who in my opinion, is the greatest dynasty ever in the history of sports.
The Palace, Auburn Hills.
No.
Wow.
The Red Wings never played there. They played at Joe Louis Arena.
That would explain it, because I was about to say they used to be pretty good, and the bad boys.
The only other time a building's hosted both is in 2003. I think East Coast.
Yeah.
So this is the last one we need?
Yeah.
You said 03?
Is it the old stadium that used to be in Brooklyn?
You're in the right area.
So, but it's not the
state right area.
It's not the Barclays Center.
No, because
that one's
Islanders weren't good enough.
Yeah.
The Devils?
Yes.
Yeah, it was the Devils and
Continental Airlines Arena, where Jason Kidd's Nets.
the Nets.
Yeah, the Nets.
And the Devils both made it. So I never knew this. Hey, I've learned it with you guys, did, and I wasn't even searching for it. Amazing how that works. So another fun exports today. And tomorrow will be our football preview. Take a look at everything in college football and the NFL. So for Taylor Plott, Michael Marks, I'm AJ Good. We'll see you guys tonight for Exports.